And a lot of you have been asking about the weather, so we're going to head over to the National Weather Service where we have our guy, Landon Aydlett. Good morning, Landon.
Good morning. I hope you all are doing well on this beautiful rainy morning.
Yep.
It's still dry.
Yeah, me too. So I'm broadcasting from home in my new telework office that I'm still piecing together. So I'm not going to have quite the best of resolution on the satellite, but I really reached out to you yesterday, Chris, because I wanted to talk about the Memorial Day weekend.
Right.
There's a lot of rumors circulating about heavy weather and disturbances in Micronesia. And so it's a kind of a fully loaded forecast for this weekend and more so into next week. A lot of uncertainties beyond Monday, Memorial Day. But the weekend, that looks pretty fine. So let me turn you around over here, and I'm going to show you what we're looking at on the visible. So we had some showers move over Guam this morning, some heavy showers and gusty winds. Those winds were gusting upwards of 30 miles per hour. The good news is those showers are pushing right in over the island and moving right on out to the west. So that's the good news. They're not sitting on over the island, dumping a lot of rain, causing problems. They just move right on out. So that's going to be the theme through the morning. We're going to see these showers gradually taper off. And that's part of the first tropical disturbance that's been passing south of us through eastern Yap State and western Chuk states the last couple days. So let me bring up the other satellite picture. This is the wider view. Bear with me. There we go. So this is a wider view of what we're looking at in the region. So we have that one tropical disturbance, that's JTWC Invest Area 99W. That was earlier 98W, but then they closed that invest because of lack of development, and it was just very poorly organized. That's been redesignated 99W, and it's now a new invest area rated low by the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. I'll talk more about that once we go to the slides. The next area, that is centered just southwest of Pompeii, which is right there. That's Invest Area 90W, also rated low by the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. We're watching both of these areas as they move slowly westward across Micronesia toward Chuk and then Yap and Palau. The 90W, that has some possibility in some of the models to come closer to Guam early next week, but that's just a possibility. That's not a certainty by any means. The main concern right now is for the heavy showers and thunderstorms across much of Micronesia. So if you have the slides, if you want to go ahead and queue up those slides, Chris or Ken.
Got them.
Okay, there we go. So this is what we're looking at. So this first frame, that's the Joint Typhoon Warning Center homepage showing 99W and 90W across Micronesia. And when I said they're rated low by the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, that's basically indicating tropical cyclone development is unlikely in the next 24 hours. So these things are still fighting for domination, fighting to develop significantly. And by tropical cyclone, that's tropical depression, tropical storm, or typhoon. And so the next phase is this would be upgraded to a invest area rated medium, and then a high, which would be a tropical cyclone formation alert. So the next slide, this is the Facebook post from our office. We posted this last night showing those disturbances. I think my brother is on shift. He'll be updating the page later this morning. This is 5 p.m. last night showing those invest areas just west of Chuk and then just south of Pompeii. And the shaded area in yellow, that's the area of possible tropical cyclone development in the next week. So this area is just south of Guam and then on westward toward Yap, Koror, and the Philippine Sea. So the threat for tropical cyclone development to pass over Guam is very minimal. As long as these things are still out there to our southeast, we do have to watch it closely for any kind of deviation from current forecast trends. And there are some deviations between which models you look at. And some social media pages are showing different ensemble model forecast tracks. And so these key on different features. And so you're going to have a wide variety of forecast tracks in each subsequent model run. So you have to know what you're looking at before you post it onto social media, because some people will see these tracks going right over Guam and people panic thinking we're going to have a typhoon over us. That is not the case. This is just a model forecast track of one variety. So the best chance, we're looking at some development somewhere west and southwest of Guam, possibly next week, whether it's Invest Area 99W or is it 90W. The models also differ on which one is favored for development. So we're going to be watching these closely in the coming days. The next slide, this is showing the polar orbiting winds over the ocean surface. And we see that bubble of 20 to 25 knot winds. This is just north of Pompeii, outside of the marine waters over there. So the lighter winds near that circulation are just over and south of Pompeii, with the stronger winds to the north. That's going to be the concern for them in Pompeii, especially if there's any boaters, any boat traffic between the islands. If you have showers, that's going to be bringing those gusty winds down to the surface. And we saw that yesterday in some of the observations at the Pompeii Weather Service office. Winds are generally light, but the showers passing would bring showers or wind gusts up to 30 knots at times. So watch out for that, especially for boaters out there today and through the weekend. It's going to be pretty sloppy out there. It's not going to be a complete solid washout, but the showers and thunderstorms will ebb and flow. They'll come and go. And we're expecting small craft advisory conditions through at least tonight and to Saturday. So watch out for that. For us, not too bad for Guam and the CNMI, at least through the weekend. The next slide that shows a closer view of what we're looking at, showing 99W. This is not drawn to scale. It's just two different cut and pasted images from the scatterometry. 99W is sitting generally southeast of Walleye. So if anybody's watching from Walleye, which I highly doubt, this is where that thing's related to Walleye, and then also southwest of Pompeii is 90W. So we'll be watching these closely for the next couple days as they move generally westward. The big concern for us next week, and on the next slide, that's the marine conditions. So you see that spike in the purple. This is based on 90W developing in this one particular forecast model. This peak will likely drop just a bit as more model runs come through and things take better shape. The forecast models will get a better handle on how things will develop in the coming days. But we're going to have to watch this. But generally, the forecast has ultimately been more conservative than what some of the more aggressive models have been for the last couple weeks, spinning up tropical cyclones in the region, but they actually have not happened at this point. So this is why our forecasts do have to take a conservative approach, because some models are more aggressive than others. And that's where we have to decipher the gibberish in our office and put out the best available forecast to the public. The final slide, this is the Memorial Day weekend, really not bad at all for Guam and the CNMI. It's going to be, after we get through this morning, the showers, they'll be tapering off. Much improved weather for tonight, Saturday night, Sunday, and Sunday night. Make sure you have a great time with family and friends. Monday, Memorial Day, that's where it gets tricky. Will the showers hold off through the morning and the morning Memorial Day events, or will they be moving in early Monday morning? So right now, it varies every 6 hours with the model runs. Hopefully, Monday morning will hold off fairly nice before the showers start moving in that afternoon and Monday night. But next week, that looks tricky. It's a lot of uncertainty with the forecast next week based on where that tropical disturbance near Pompeii goes and how fast it may or may not develop. So that's all I've got for you this morning. Bottom line, a great weekend. Yeah, right, great weekend. We're not looking at a typhoon this weekend or for Memorial Day, but that disturbance, it's always an uncertainty in the long range.
Right on. Can we get you on Tuesday instead of Monday? Because we're off.
Yeah, I might be paddleboarding Monday morning, so we'll see.
Good. Okay.
Tuesday's perfect.
Works out for us, too. We'll see you, Landon. Thank you, man.
Have a great weekend.
All right. That was Landon Aydlett of the National Weather Service.